What's going on, guys? It's Critical Fish and I'm back with another video today. This time I'm showcasing my PlayStation STEELBOOK collection that I've curated over time. I'm going to be showcasing the design of each and every STEELBOOK that I have. I'll share why I own it, if it's going to stay in the collection, as well as the price that I paid for the STEELBOOK. We're going to start here on the top row with my Final Fantasy VII STEELBOOK collection. This is the first one for Crisis Core Reunion. This one is sealed. I have 2 copies and I paid $0 for it because it was a pre-order bonus, but they're worth upwards of $50 to $100 now. The next one is the Final Fantasy VII Remake STEELBOOK that came with the deluxe edition, featuring Sephiroth and Midgar on the front. This one is awesome looking. I love the simplistic design of the logo on the back of it. And, you know, it's really cool to have Sephiroth foreshadowing a lot of the events that will happen in Final Fantasy VII. Inside, you can see the original cover art as well. And overall, it's just one of the cleanest STEELBOOKs that I have. This next one was a GameStop exclusive pre-order bonus if you were going to buy Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade for the PS5. And this is a really rare STEELBOOK now. It looks great with all the colors and the gloss finish across the different characters. And again, it has the logo on the back, and it has my favorite artwork from Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is the group looking out over the horizon. Love this one. Next up is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is the one that came with the deluxe edition of the game, and it features Cloud and Zack marching towards Midgar, kind of out of context. This one does not match the design of the previous 2. However, I do like the Buster Sword on the back, and the inside of it is a little bland, but it's kind of showing the skill tree system that's in the game. And finally, this was a pre-order bonus for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and instead of Cloud and Zack appearing on the front cover like the PS5 copy of the game has, it now has Tifa and Aerith on the left and the right. This one follows the design of the first 2 STEELBOOKs that I showcased, and this one is actually still sealed. Here we've got Silent Hill 2. This is an awesome STEELBOOK. The artwork represents what the Japanese cover of the original Silent Hill 2 looked like. And this STEELBOOK was also exclusive to the UK and I want to say parts of Mexico. I did have to buy this and it wasn't cheap. I think it was around $90, but super worth it for what it was. Silent Hill 2 is an amazing game in my eyes, and I'm super glad that I played the remake. It was just horrifying, but also very deep in terms of story. Red Dead Redemption 2 got a great STEELBOOK. Pretty sure this came with the deluxe edition of the game. It's pretty simple, you know, just a red cover, kind of looks like a book in a way, but it has a very clean finish across the entire case. I love the bright red. And as you're going to see in a second, the inside showcases the kind of tension and rivalry that builds up between the gang members and kind of foreshadows a lot of their fighting against each other. I want to say with the game and extras included within this STEELBOOK, I think I paid around $30 for all of it, which isn't too bad because I ended up taking the extra copies of the game and trading them into GameStop for, I want to say, around $20. Next up, we've got Resident Evil 2, and this is for the remake version of the game. This is one of the rarer STEELBOOKs in this list, kind of like the Silent Hill 2 one. I believe this was exclusive to the UK, and I think I paid around $80 for this, but it is in perfect condition, brand new. I took it out of the slipcover protective seal, and I think the inside's a little boring, but I just don't think that the classic design of the zombie gets any better. And although this isn't a steelbook, I just wanted to show that I have the Japanese copy of Resident Evil 2 as well, and it's boasting the same artwork that is on the steelbook. Here we've got Shadow of the Colossus. This is one of my favorite steelbooks in the collection because it has a lot of variety in terms of what it does. The front of the case is extremely glossy, but also showcases one of the most iconic Colossus in the game. So I'm a big fan of that simplicity there. You've got the name on the spine, and you've also got the number 3 to represent that that is the third Colossus in the game. This one also came with the game. I might sell that at some point, but there's also some unique artwork inside the case. I believe this one ran me, with the rest of the special edition, $50. Here's a new one. We've got Tekken 8, and this has quickly become one of my new favorite kind of pastime fighting games to play. I'm just a big fan of it, so I decided to get the steelbook at a really cheap price. To keep it short and simple, I bought the deluxe edition of the game with the statue and sold the rest of it to get this steelbook for free. And I think the artwork alone justifies that purchase. I mean, look at this thing. The more you bend the case and it refracts with the light, it just looks like lightning is popping off of the cover. I absolutely love the look of this one. And, you know, the inside is a little bland, but I'm just a big fan of this one. Here's another great one. It's for Elden Ring, and I believe this was a pre-order bonus from Best Buy if you're in the United States. So again, I got this one for free. Very cool, simple silver and gold kind of color scheme. It's showing one of the later bosses in the game. And, you know, at the time I didn't know who this boss was. He's a pretty cool boss though. Don't know if this is like the best Elden Ring steelbook. I know there's a couple other ones out there, but for free, I really can't complain about this one. I love the Elden Ring logo and, you know, artwork in the inside of the case as well. Here we've got one of the Resident Evil 4 steelbooks. I believe that this one was a pre-order bonus, but I can't remember correctly. It's either this one or the next one. But I love the artwork on this steelbook. It's got Leon and Ashley just looking amazing in their remake designs. You've got the name on the spine and, you know, just the side of the church there. This one is sealed, so I can't show you the inside, but big fan of that one. And here's another Resident Evil 4 steelbook. This one, I believe, is still sealed as well, but I love that the village makes an appearance on this one. I think the logo is popping right on the front, and it actually has kind of that same design structure as the Resident Evil 2 steelbook that I showed earlier, in terms of like where the logo is placed. So big fan of that and that game. This is probably the most mysterious steelbook I have in the collection. This was gifted to me by a friend. If you don't know by this point, I'm not going to say it until you get a little hint, but the front here looks like the front of a vault with a heart, a couple locks on there. No name on the spine, but on the back it says P. And so if you don't know by now, this is a Lies of P steelbook, and it was exclusive to South Korea in the collector's edition. Super obscure, but very cool one to have. Here we've got the Resident Evil 7 Biohazard steelbook that was exclusive to the UK. And it has a different style of steelbook than I'm used to. You'll see that in a minute, but a lot of the edges and words on this one are popping out of the steelbook. It's definitely got some great texture to it. The side of the steelbook is a little different than a normal steelbook. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. But the rest of it is still the same, you know. You've got the Baker Mansion within the case, and Just looks pretty clean. This one was pretty expensive, and I think it was, I don't know, I want to say 60 bucks. Here's another obscure steelbook. You can already tell it's the PlayStation 1, but why would there be a PlayStation 1 steelbook if it doesn't have a game? Well, this one was actually a promotional bonus if you were to buy PlayStation Plus in the UK during a small time frame of the PS4's life cycle. I think it was you spend $60 and the voucher for PlayStation Plus is inside the case. Because of that, though, there is actually no disc slot for the game or any game. Yeah, kind of a weird decision there, but still cool looking. And here we've got one of my favorites. It's going to be Doom Eternal. And this was actually one of the first steelbooks that got me into steelbook collecting. When I got Doom Eternal back in the day, I got this as a pre-order bonus, and it just looked so cool. As you can tell, there's a big gloss finish on the front and the back of it. There's an extreme amount of unique artwork on the front and the back, and it just looks amazing, man. Like, this is a bright red poppin' steelbook. This is how you promote a game right here. The inside has the original cover art for Doom Eternal and just looks great. Again, this is one of my favorite steelbooks in the collection. Just got a few more steelbooks here. This is the Horizon Zero Dawn UK exclusive steelbook that I believe came in the collector's edition of the game. I think at the time I paid around $60 for this one. And I just love the design of this. I think Aloy and the robots in this game look great as characters. They look great on this steelbook with the white, gray, and blue aesthetic. And I think for me, I'll always have a soft spot for this game just because it's so cool looking. Here we've got the Uncharted for A Thief's End steelbook. Now this is, again, one of my original favorite steelbooks that I've got in the collection. I'm a huge fan of this game in particular, and I think the steelbook does it justice. I think the unique artwork across the entire thing just makes the game look amazing, you know? All the characters on the front and kind of that doomy, gloomy aesthetic on the back with the skeletons in cages. It's been a while since I've played this game, but every time I think about it, I just reminisce about it. Here on the inside, you've got the artwork of the map and the places that you visit. Just very cool. And the final game steelbook that I've got here is for Destiny, the Taken King. And this is one of the original big, massive, popular expansions for the game. Probably the most memorable one from back in the day. And I think the steelbook just looks so clean, has all the Destiny aesthetics across it, and has the original Destiny logo. Got a lot of great memories with Destiny here, so this is cool to see. You've got kind of that Oryx Taken fog on the inside, and you've also got, weirdly enough, the disc on the left side of the steelbook. Very cool steelbook, though. And just as a bonus, I have the Metal Gear Solid Delta steelbooks sealed in those boxes, as well as the Indiana Jones 4 movie collection steelbooks. And that's going to do it for my PlayStation steelbook collection. I'm not sure how much more this is going to grow out over time. I'm very picky about which steelbooks I own, and I really don't like putting a lot of money into this part of my collection, but they look great and they're fun to collect. Let me know in the comments which ones you guys like and which ones I'm missing out on.